All right. Hey, Maria, how you doing?
Hey, Joshua.
Hey, so just wanted to have a brief conversation. I know that you're a lender in the Savannah area doing very well with Certainty Home Lending. I heard about a new program or a program that's already been in existence called the Renovation Loan Program. So can you educate our buyers what that program is all about?
Yeah, so a renovation loan is just like it sounds, it's for renovation. So whether you are buying a home and renovating it, or maybe you already live in the home and you want to make some renovations to upgrade your home.
Hmm.
What happens is on the purchase side, you would purchase a home and we would include the cost of the renovation in your home loan all as one.
Hmm.
And then if you're refinancing, we would do a cash out refi, and then that would give you some cash back to do those renovations on your home.
Okay. And what is the process of getting this renovation loan?
Yeah. So the first thing is obviously to get in touch with a mortgage lender because you've got to figure out what you qualify for. So you'd start with an application just like anything else. And you're going to submit the same documents you would just for a regular loan. So things like your photo ID, pay stubs to show us how much money you actually make,
Mhm.
and then bank statements to show that you've got some money in the bank to cover the closing cost. And then the next thing is after you get your pre-approval, you're going to find your realtor, and the two of you are going to find a property if it's a purchase. And then you're going to put a contract in just like you would any other house. And then after you go under contract, you're going to get a contractor, like a GC contractor out there to kind of go through the house. You're going to walk through and find out what needs to be fixed, what kind of things you would like to upgrade in the house. And what he does is he creates an estimate of the cost, labor,
Mhm.
and the materials cost. And then what we do is we do an appraisal based on what we think the house will be worth after the renovation is completed. And then we just close the loan like we do a normal loan. And then once your loan is closed, renovations start, and you've got 6 months to get everything completed, and then you move in.
Okay, awesome. I was reading that. I guess the three things that I want to just highlight when you send me the flyer, and would love for the viewers to give me or Maria an email about the proposal or flyer that she gave me, going in details about the renovation loans. But I mean, 30 days to 6 months to having a brand new property that's basically maybe remodeled. I think that's actually awesome for buyers out here. And is there like a renovation specialist team that you get to work with during this renovation loan?
Yeah, so renovation loans are a special kind of loan. So
Okay.
your loan officer may be fully trained in it and they may not be. Either way, it's okay because they have a special renovation team that works behind them. So that means the processor and the underwriter are have been trained specifically for renovation loans because it does require a little bit of documentation, but it's usually on the general contractor. We have to get things in from him or
Mhm.
her to make sure that they're a legit business, that they're not going to just take your money and run or stop halfway through a project and leave you, with a house with just framing. So we want to vet them and make sure that they're legit and that they're going to do a good job on the house.
Okay. And does this loan have different programs that you can put on top of it to qualify buyers or help with down payment assistance?
Generally, they don't qualify for down payment assistance.
Okay.
There are a couple of different types of renovation loan. For instance, there's one with FHA, there are conventional renovation loans. And then my company has one that is specifically for investors. Not every lender has one that is investor friendly.
For sure, for sure. So what type of renovations are eligible under the program, if I
Yeah,
may?
good question. So it really depends on the type of renovation loan program you're using. So whether it's FHA versus conventional,
Mhm.
generally things like if you wanted to get new cabinets, new flooring, some programs allow you to even include your appliances. Some of them will allow you to do things structural, like maybe do an add-on. Most of them do not allow what we call luxury renovation. So that would be adding a swimming pool to the backyard or putting a hot tub out there.
Yeah.
So not every loan program does that. One of the really cool things you can do right now is ADUs. So those are building something out back. So in Savannah, we would call those like a carriage house,
Okay.
where you can put the one out back and then you could rent it for income. You could actually build one of those on a renovation loan.
Okay. And what can a renovation loan do? Like what are the restrictions that they won't allow? Well, you just said the pool and
Yeah.
what else, if I may
Things
ask?
that we consider luxury items. Now, some of them don't allow you to do anything that is structural. So you can't add a room, you can't move a room, you can't, you can't put your bathroom on the other side of the house. Some of them are all just mainly cosmetic type things like new flooring, new cabinets, new appliances. So each loan program has a different list of what they do and do not allow.
Yes. And for your program with Certainty Home lending, do you have to live in the residence to get a renovation loan?
Yeah, so it depends on the loan program again. Some of them, you are required to be the homeowner and actually required to live in the home. But
Mhm.
we do have some that we allow. We have a big fancy word called non-occupant borrowers, basically meaning you don't have to live in the home. So you could be an investor or something like that.
Okay. Okay. And how does the distribution of funds for a renovation loan work?
Yeah, so two parts. One is, so when you close on the home, that's when the seller would get paid, just like any normal transaction.
Mhm.
And then when it comes to the actual renovation and your contractor, a lot of times they'll get what we call draws. So they'll get a little bit at a time. So usually they get a small draw up front, and that gives them the opportunity to buy materials to do your renovation.
Mhm.
And then as they complete little bits and pieces of work, they're able to take another draw. And then once they've got the project completed and somebody comes out there to inspect it and make sure they've done exactly what they said they were going to do, they get the final payment. Now, the number of draws they get is going to differ depending on the home loan program. So
Okay.
some programs only allow two draws, and then some of them allow up to five.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of money you can use for that. So if I may ask, how long does it take usually to get approved? Is it like like you said, it's typically like buying a home. So how long is the process for the renovation loan program?
It's no different than any other type of loan program. So a pre-approval, as long as you have your documents in order, then I can do a same-day pre-approval.
Okay. And is there any additional costs or fees associated with the renovation loan
Yeah,
compared to the
there's nothing extra just because it's a renovation loan. You would just pay the normal fees that are associated with your loan program.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And last question. We briefly talked about it before we got on the video. Tear down. Can you explain that? And does your program cover teardowns?
Yeah. So a tear down is just what it sounds like, tearing something down. So I had a borrower that wanted to remove the back half of their house and then rebuild it. So that demolition or tearing down that back half of the house, that's usually not included in a renovation loan. So we would not be able to include those expenses. So if you were to tear something down, you would have to do that part out of pocket.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. And last question, Maria. How can the people get in touch with you?
Yeah, super, super easy. I've got a hard last name, so I made it really easy. It's Maria, the mortgage lender. So you can find me online with that. That's the name of my website, all my social media handles. And I'm getting ready to launch a YouTube channel next month.
Oh,
Same handle.
snap. Yeah. Go ahead. And you too. So you like being in front of the camera. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much just for the time that you spend helping us close a deal that's coming up soon and also providing information for our buyers. Again, just wanting a brief conversation and seeing what different programs out there with certain lenders that can actually help investors or buyers out there. And again, just thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the invite.
Awesome. Hope you have a wonderful day and a
You
fantastic
too.
day.